Well, here we are. Like I said, a quick break from 32. We're on to 33. Just real quick before we go on, we were talking to Elijah. You all should know is our tech genius, our person that really made this happen. And we asked him, you know,
Hey, how you doing? Okay.
how many he initially thought we would do of these podcasts, and he said maybe a couple. And then it got going, and we continued it, and then he said, well, maybe 20. Well, here we are at number 33, and it's going strong. And Elijah even made a comment on number 32 that he thought it was really a good one. So we'll continue the conversation. So, like I asked at the end of 32, what are some of your, what are some of the takeaways from our discussion if you were to prioritize, encapsulize?
Just listening to my daughters, they're in their 50s now, and they come to the conclusion that white folks don't like us.
Really?
White folks don't like black
That's the first time I've ever heard you told me that.
Because
what they felt.
because they realize the way they were raised, and we're very fortunate the way they were raised, and they go around. They have little white friends and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're sometimes they're in that situation where it comes up.
And can you give me any?
Come on, Larry. Come on, Larry.
Specific examples where
it happens every day, Larry.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it happens every day, Larry.
I understand.
Okay.
But what
okay. Look at Tyreek Hill on the way to the football game.
Right.
Okay. Those are the kind of things that happen.
Like he said, what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill?
Oh, she'd either been dead.
Yeah, either dead or he'd be in jail, or he'd be
they didn't care.
Crap.
They didn't care if he was Tyreek Hill. They were on. They got one, and you're gonna do what I tell you to do. Okay. I mean, it's just like.
But why aren't more white people upset about that?
Because it doesn't happen to them.
Because it doesn't happen to them.
Okay, when they get stopped by the police, is how you doing, sir? And I watch. You ever watch a white boy get stopped by the police and he's arrogant and nasty and all kind of pissy, and nothing happens. Okay, you get what I'm saying?
Well, I'll give you a little story. A friend of mine, I've known a long time, and we were talking. I don't know, we were just having lunch and just talking. And he mentioned about somebody that he knew that either had worked with him or worked for him or whatever, black guy, and he got pulled over by the police, and he got, I won't say he got arrogant or he didn't get, hostile or anything, but he was really questioning, why he was being pulled over and this and that. And so the final point that my friend was trying to make is that he shouldn't have done that. He goes, if I get pulled over by the police, he goes, I'm respectful. I do what I'm supposed to do. I say, what's going on, or But he goes, I just know you don't do that. And he goes, he shouldn't have done that. And again, all I could say is, well, that's easier for you to make that.
What he doesn't realize is that no matter what it is that you do, they're going to the next level. Mm-hmm. They're going to go to the next level. No matter what you have to catch-22, haven't you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, you're in the catch-22. Yeah. No matter what you say.
Yeah. No matter how you say it, what you say.
And like they used to stop me. They said, you've been drinking, haven't you? Mm. And I'm saying, no, sir.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't drink.
And what's your response?
And I tell them the reason why I don't drink. Okay? Because they have a routine. They have a pat routine that they throw down. Okay? And it's no matter what you say, you can't win unless you comply. And even if you comply, It's how you comply. See, they can say that you were this, that, and the other, no matter what.
Well, it makes me remember, you and we've discussed this probably, many times in our talks and our podcasts and everything else about, your point about how you could protect me, but I couldn't protect you.
Right.
And I understood that, or at least I thought I understood that. But as time has gone on, it's clearer to me now what you meant by that. And I remember too. I don't know if you probably don't remember this, but you and Marianne and I went out to dinner one night at a restaurant,
Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah, and you got really upset with the waiter about your order or whatever it was. I don't even remember, but. And I respected you, and I said, I didn't doubt what you were experiencing, but I had no clue what it was that person did that upset you, because I'm blinded to it. I don't see it. It doesn't happen to me.
No, it don't happen to. It won't happen to you.
Right.
Okay. Right. It's just like when I told you, Larry. When I said, Larry, don't go into administration. And you said, well, that's what I'm going to do. And then what happened? You got stuck there, didn't you? And they weren't going to let you go.
No, that's true.
And what did I do? Well, I told you how to get out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know
because the next thing they were going to do, is going to make your life hell. They were going to fire you.
Really?
Oh hell yeah! They were going to set up to fire you.
Wow. See, you saw that. I didn't see it.
No, because you're a white boy.
Right, and I acknowledge that.
It's just
what little I knew. I didn't know.
It's just the last, 2010 when we were doing. I was shocked when you said, "I'm not going to go to Harvard Learning Center with you," and I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure out why. All that damn Mary, you said something about Mary Lou and this and that. Well, so somebody had to put something in your mind, because Mary Lou was the one that put us on track to do the things that we did. And I said to myself, and I was curious. And then the day, that day that Vern and what's the name came to the door, and then that was a Monday, and you had said, I've changed my mind. You remember? And then you told them I changed my mind. They said, no, you can't change your mind. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, okay. And I was trying to figure out what was the deal. And the deal was, you were supposed to convince me to go to the hall. Mm-hmm. Okay, because everybody knew that we always did things together.
Right.
Okay, you were supposed to convince me to go to the hall, to go over there, and then I would have been the scapegoat with all the bullshit those guys weren't doing. Mm-hmm. Because I did my homework. I already know the people. I already know. See, I knew people. Mm-hmm. And I knew the people that didn't work. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I knew the people that did work. And all the people that were over there were slipshod. And you know what I'm talking about. They were slipshod because I was watching you, and I asked you how you doing. You said, well, I'm just doing my thing. And I said, I know you're not comfortable watching those guys steal and cheat and lie and do whatever the hell they're doing, not even helping kids. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think too, in these situations, whether it be work related in our work together or just in general, even in our discussions about current events and such, is that our lenses are different. Mm-hmm. Our lenses are different, and they begin with in black versus white as far as life and how things are.
You have no obstacles in front of you.
No, and I never did. I never did. I mean, I can acknowledge that. Yeah. And again, in these talks, I can reflect a lot about my life, in particular the career, the career path, the journey of the various things that I did.
You just think about this.
Together.
If I went to Garden Grove to go coach football, you think I would have been able to come back to OCD?
No. No, I know. I mean, I like I said, I had a chance to reflect on that and at least try to come to terms with it, try to understand it, and know really the fortunate things that happened to me a lot were because I'm white, and I understand that,
Yeah,
and I can accept that. I mean, it's what it
you
is.
know, and I don't hold it against you because that's the way nature of this country, the way the people think, and what's happening is that they're getting scared because this country is no longer going to be all white.
They've been talking about this for a long time, the demographic switch and
does it make sense to you that 6 or 7 states in the United States control the presidency?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And they can't even support themselves.
Right.
Okay.
But they have their finger on the button.
On the button. They're in charge. They want to tell everybody, California, and we support down there everybody in the rest of the states.
Right. California has the 7th largest economy in the world.
In the world.
Right.
Okay. And think about Arkansas, all those
Electoral politics, though, like you said, it's these 6. Well, you kind of wonder if people begin to think, what's the point? If it's coming down to just these 6 states, what difference does it make if I'm not in one of those states about whether I vote or not, or whether my vote means anything? I mean, the only where it matters is these 6 strategic states that tilt the electoral map to one individual over another.
And it doesn't make sense. I mean, I want you to think about this. There has never been the popular vote, except for when Obama became president. The popular vote was also the president. Okay? Trump didn't get the popular vote. Never got the popular vote. Bush never got the popular vote.
What did Kamala Harris say? 80 million people,
81 million people fired you.
Fired you. That was pretty profound.
Think about that.
He didn't have an answer to that.
No, 81 million.
Because all he says is, "Well, I got more votes than anybody."
Yeah.
But he doesn't mention the fact that
81
10 million more voted for Biden.
Yeah.
But back to the thing. So if you could narrow it down to three points, three factors in this upcoming election, what's it gonna come down to?
Okay, the only way, and this is when McCarthy, somebody stood up to McCarthy back when he was going through it and said, "Sir, do you have no shame?" Okay.
Profound statement at that point.
Yeah.
That stopped that machine.
That stopped it. Okay.
So is that? Are we waiting for something like that?
Okay. You think McConnell? Okay, McConnell slips and slides. Okay, but who's going to be left? Okay, who's going to be left when these people start becoming bipartisan instead of MAGA? Yeah, you got what I'm saying?
I heard one commentator say that she goes, "I don't want to be Pollyannish," is the way she said it, but I'm beginning to wonder if this is the beginning of, this was a number of days after the debate and the debacle that was for him and the Republicans, that this was the beginning steps of him basically being washed out.
No, because he think about all the people that were watching the lady on the thing. She was a 2020 campaign for him, and they all twist themselves all around to to give him good press, good stuff.
Right.
Okay, and the reason why he's having a hard time with Kamala Harris is that she's not playing the game with him. She's not playing the game with
What do you
him.
think is the difference between her and Hillary Clinton as far as a woman? We'll just say from a woman's standpoint, somebody because she stood up to him.
No, she didn't.
Not to the same degree. Right?
No, she made one big old mistake. All you despicable people.
Right, I got that.
Okay.
I got that.
And Kamala Harris is, even when they say like it, she says no, we're not going there.
Go out and vote. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
No, she's definitely. I think she's built on that. She's learned from that. Even
How do you think about this? How do you think she, as a woman, has been able to matriculate all the way to the point where she is and be successful?
How has she?
Well, because she's smart, and she doesn't play the stupid game.
Yeah.
She doesn't play the stupid game.
Well, that's what
Okay, Larry. Okay, when you work with me, what did I do? I stayed in my lane. I didn't get involved in none of that. I went to the meetings and I kept my mouth shut. I didn't say, "Look at me, look what I'm doing." And people knew what I was doing, but I never said what I was doing. Okay, and whenever the new thing was coming along, what did? We always did the new thing. Never did do. But the problem was we were already doing the new thing.
We've talked about our programs and things.
Yeah.
If you go way back to our beginning of this whole journey of these discussions, we talked about our program and really we really were so far ahead of where eventually the machine moved. But initially we were out there in the so-called wilderness, laying the way, laying the foundation,
and then
cutting the path.
And they were so arrogant. They didn't ask. They didn't say, "Well, how share with us how you doing it so that we can." And I would share with anybody.
Was that an ego that these people didn't?
Well, okay, a black man's in charge of something that's cutting edge. Okay. Are you going to listen to the black man?
That's why they did. That's why they didn't, because they didn't want a black man in the White House. That was the birth of Trump and Trumpism.
And what they realized they said, well, it couldn't be the black man can't be in charge. It has to be Larry.
I never felt that way. I never thought that way, but maybe that.
But see, you didn't know what I knew.
I agree with that. I know that.
And there's a reason why you didn't know what I knew, because I saw juvenile court schools from a different point of view. You saw a
different lens, right?
A different lens. You saw a job making good money, and you were helping kids, but you didn't know the down in the dirt reason why. Okay.
Well, you talk about how much money we were making for the department, with our program, and we were capturing students that would have been lost, and we put them in a viable program, and created a.
We were making so much money that we were keeping teachers in jobs.
Right, I remember that.
We were keeping teachers in jobs. They didn't even realize it.
They didn't realize it.
And they were doing crap.
Right.
We were keeping teachers in jobs. Kids used to say to me, "Mr. Steele, how come you don't get nothing in a box?" And I said, "What do you mean?" "Well, I was over at such and such site, and they always got computers coming in, and you don't even have computers." And we're making all the money.
We had a trunk of our cars full of boxes. This and that. Well,
it's real simple. Is that and I'll say this again: when the white man looks at the black man, he looks at the black man as an inferior human being. That's what he's been taught.
That's in the genes, right?
No, it's not nothing to do with the genes.
No.
It has something to do with his narrative. That's what he's been taught. And you think you're smarter than me?
No. What I mean, what I mean is that it's in their genes to think that way.
No, it's not in their genes. No, it's not. It's that's what they've been taught. Okay, if you grow up, if you see back in the day when I was a kid, we grew up with all kind of kids in the thing. But you reach a certain level, and all of a sudden everybody's going different ways. Okay, why?
Well, I think the system.
No, the parents teach them differently. Don't play with them folks no more.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That is a storyline, of kids growing up, black and white kids growing up together, being friends or getting along, and then you're right. There's a certain point where they go their separate ways, and is that the parental influence?
Well, because
influence?
because the parents want to be able to take advantage of white privilege, and they don't want to be known as people that hang out with black folks.
Yeah.
You got what I'm saying? Especially in a little town.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, look at an example. Herschel Walker, a boy can barely talk. Okay? But in the little town that he grew up in, he was the stud football player.
Right.
Okay?
Right. But once his playing days were over, he had his name, he had his legend,
but he's
status.
He got mental health problems. Okay, you got what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, this made me think about, we were just talking Tua and these concussions, and it really is affecting him. And there are people that are saying, he needs to step down, he needs to retire, he needs to protect his family.
But he's taking care of his family.
I know.
Okay, so you can't. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you seen a white boy being a quarterback, or any white boy playing football having any problems?
You mean
pro football?
What kind of problems are you talking about?
You don't hear them having trouble with money. They go in. They go to college already with a car. They go to college already with money.
Is that still going on to the same degree?
What?
Has that changed? The idea of these white boys coming out of high school and going into college with a car versus the black kids that come out.
Now that they got the IRL. Okay, then that's stupid.
What is the IRL?
They give them money for likeness and the jerseys and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
right.
But Archie Manning, shit, he must have got a $500,000 for football at
Tennessee.
Yeah, at University of Texas.
Oh, the little one, the little man coming out.
And his family's rich. You got what I'm saying?
Right. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're not only rich, but their notoriety is there.
Okay, but so he put that money in the bank. Okay, he got to worry about nothing.
Who advises him to do that? Is there a system in place?
Come on, look at his uncles. Look at his grandfather. Look at those guys. Come on, Larry. Come on, Larry. Look at who's advising Elijah?
You.
Okay, and I'm not his uncle. You get what I'm saying?
You have talked about that.
I'm not his uncle. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Who should be advising him? Okay.
Well, I don't want to put Elijah on the spot, but I wonder what Elijah.
Okay. He's lucky he's got a brother that cares about him,
right.
And who's very smart.
Right.
Okay. But he's got uncles that they don't care. They don't even care about their own children.
Why is that?
Larry, come on, think about it, Larry. Come on, answer that question yourself.
Well, I want to.
No. Answer that question yourself, Larry. Why do you think it's that way?
I would have to say maybe the experiences aren't there, that the history isn't there, the
Okay, Larry,
foundation
you move from Garden Grove out to way out there in
Right.
Marietta.
Uh-huh.
Why? So that you would be able to have the best schools, a good location to do what?
Raise a family.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Let me ask you this question.
Jack.
Let me ask you this question. How many black kids went to school with your son out there? Come on. Was it 20?
I was going to say a dozen, maybe.
Okay. My kids went down here. You know how many was? You know how many was at Esperanza? Shit, I had half the kids and half the black kids in my house.
At Esperanza?
Yeah.
When your girls were in Esperanza, was there black kids there?
Yeah, 6 or 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm talking about, Larry?
I mean, to me, that's a significant part of your story.
Okay, but okay. Think about that.
Why did you do that? Why did you move out to Yorba Linda? Why did you?
The same reason you moved out there.
Yeah.
So my kids would have quality education and be in a wholesome, healthy environment, so they'd be going on to college.
And now they're in their 50s, and they're now acknowledging that white people don't necessarily like them.
Yeah, because they get the chance to see exactly what it really is. But the problem is that they're so smart in their fields that they're in that their knowledge keeps them above the fray.
I was going to say it transcends.
Okay, and it's not something that we talked about in the house, because I didn't let it come into my house.
You weren't telling them that. You weren't feeding them that.
No. The only thing I told my children is that you do the very best you can, and you'll be okay. You know, my oldest daughter went to UC Santa Barbara.
Right.
The middle daughter went to Orange Coast, and she went to Orange Coast, and then went to Cal State Fullerton, and the baby went to Grambling.
Right.
Okay, right. They all have their master's degrees. Right. They all have good jobs. They all gonna retire.
Yeah.
Okay, they're talking about retiring now.
Yeah, you were mentioning that.
Okay.
Well, we're about out of time for this number 33, but I think we may have some more points to go on in number 34.
Yeah, I mean, but you have to acknowledge. See, this is what you have to be able to see. You don't look it through my eyes. Look it through your eyes. What do you see out there?
Well, yeah, I certainly see things. I have a lens.
Okay.
But for me, it's like I want to see it through your lens. I want you to help me see. I want you to go and hand me.
No, bullshit, Larry. Bullshit.
You calling it bullshit?
Bullshit, Larry. Okay. Look it through. Even now, think about your grandkids. How many black kids do you see associating with your grandkids at their schools?
Not very many. A few.
Okay.
I mean, they've got more diversity than I had.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Okay. But because you can't, the average black person can't live out there.
Yeah.
You can't go out there. How much is a house cost out there?
It's a lot cheaper than here.
Oh, how much is a lot cheaper?
Tell me 30-40%. Maybe.
No. Tell me what is a lot cheaper. You gotta have, in order to be able to do that, you have to have what kind of job?
Well, yeah, you have to have a. You do have to have a.
You can't have a
so-called white collar job.
You can't have a factory job. You got what I'm saying? You gotta be able to have a job that will allow you to commute and go, because most of those folks go to San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they go to San Diego or they go to where? They don't have. There's no jobs out there.
No. You're right about that. That hasn't changed in the 34 years.
You get what I'm saying? And you had to drive how many miles you had to go drive every day to go to work?
120 round trip every day.
Every day to
25 years almost.
Okay, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, and I drove 15 miles to go to work every day.
Yeah.
You see, you get what you get it through your lens. You get it through your lens.
You get it through my lens.
Okay, okay. And if anybody moved out there that was a different hue, you would know about it, wouldn't you? There would be an uproar in the community.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's changed from the 34 years ago when we moved out there, but it's probably still slow to move.
Yeah.
Slow to move, but well, all right. Let's stop there though, and we'll continue this because I think this is a good topic, a
Okay.
good conversation. And I mean, we've been talking about politics and how it's all related anyway.
It's all, because there was a time when Jim Crow was abundant. Is that the white man could tell the person who was beneath the white man all that time was who? The black man.
Yeah.
And he could tell the black man whatever he wanted to do, and he could control the black man's life just because. Just because. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. And he would make it sound like he was doing them being benevolent to the black man, allowing him to have a job.
So he should be thankful.
Yes. Okay? And I'm thankful too much. I'm thankful for you think about this. I have a high school diploma, I have an AA degree, I have a bachelor's degree, I have teacher's credentials all life, all the way through college. I have and I have a master's degree, and I have over 100 graduate units, enough for a PhD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But but I'm not thought of as a smart person.
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
Let's keep this going.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you heard what I said. Mm-hmm. I mean, not too many people even realized that even talked to him when they used to come talk to us. Didn't even realize how smart I was. And they couldn't put together. They couldn't say, wait a minute, how is this black guy doing? He's got to be doing something shady. He's got to be doing something crooked. He's got to be doing something this way. I was going straight. Did you ever see me cut corners there? Mm-hmm. I knew the law. I knew what I could do. I knew what I couldn't do. I knew how to help kids. I knew where the resources were. Okay.
Despite being black.
Okay. And I wasn't dealing with any black kids. 90% of the kids I dealt with were Hispanic. Just think about this number. In 2000 to 2015, when I retired, and we worked together in between that period of time, we graduated 775 students with high school diplomas that all passed the Casey. Elijah, did you have to pass the Casey?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Okay, you didn't have to take the state test, right? No. You got what I'm saying?
I think, yeah, it was probably phased out by then, but yeah.
What year did you graduate?
High school? Or
Yeah.
07?
07. No, he had to take the Casey.
07?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah, he had to take the Casey. Yeah. Okay. But it's just like, why do you think the people didn't like Obama? Why do you think that they said we're going to make it so difficult for you? And what they didn't realize about Obama, and this is the sad thing that they didn't realize, Obama was a true African American. His father was African and his mother was American. Okay? So he was raised in a different environment. He was raised in a European environment. And so he was very smart. And the thing that you think, you ever heard him speak?
Oh yeah.
Okay, think about him speaking and Trump speaking.
That's a very profound statement when you think about the people that follow and support him versus those people that support Trump. It speaks a lot to that. But
Trump can't even speak a paragraph without talking about Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And it was really crazy when they found out they was gonna go against Kamala Harris, and they started talking about the DEI. She was a DEI hire.
Right.
She was always whenever a black person gets a job, it's always like he minority hire, and so they had to cut the corners to make him eligible. Shit, she's a lawyer.
Look at her resume.
Yeah, a lawyer.
Look at her resume.
A lawyer. Look at her resume and look at Trump's resume.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Oh, man. All right, we're going to stop there.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to do one more.
One more.
All
Okay.
right. Peace out.
Peace out.
Those of you that are out there listening, subscribe to our page so that you can get the notifications of when we're going to record again.